Now I give the floor to the Deputy Minister of Environment and Energy of Greece, Mr. Georgios Amyras, who will be followed by Italy. Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President, Your Excellencies, distinguished delegates, dear colleagues. Firstly, allow me to thank the government of People of China for organizing this conference, and of course our Canadian hosts for their warm hospitality despite the snow outside. We are convening these days here in Montreal to adopt the post-2020 Global Biodiversity Framework, reflecting that mankind must seriously deal with biodiversity loss in the years to come. Greece steadily supports the 2050 vision for biodiversity and the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and its 17 goals, in particular SDG 15, through several actions and measures. We have committed to revising our national biodiversity strategy and action plan in 2023 in order to comply with the post-2020 GBF and the European Biodiversity Strategy for 2030, aligned with our national strategy on climate change adaptation, the National Forest Strategy, as well as the recently adopted National Reforestation Plan aiming to plant 20 million trees by 2026. As part of our effort to protect biodiversity, Greece becomes the first country in Europe to apply a special strict status to avoid ecosystem fragmentation for 8 so far significant mountains, the untrodden mountains, by forbidding the construction of any artificial surface or road. We are setting the same protection status for at least 1,000 unspoiled beaches. At the same time, Greece has recently drawn up its first national catalogue for invasive species, which will lead to the formulation of the related management plans. As for our ambitious commitments by 2030, let me provide some examples. We commit to legally protect 30% of our territory through well-managed protected areas and set 1/3 of them under strict protection. We also commit to the prohibition of fishing over 10% of Greek seas that will be no-take reserves, while we are committed to reduce by 50% marine plastic litter and by 30% microplastics released in the marine environment. Global cooperation and strict protection of biodiversity are crucial to tackle climate crisis. Greece, as a contracting party to numerous international or European environmental conventions, and also with its own initiatives, carries out both. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you for your statement.